Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, a fantastic start to the year for Che. He's already garnering all-star votes. I spoke with him, and he was surprised to see his name up there on the leaderboard with so many other greats. Humble as always. Guys?
Great stuff there, D.A. Thank you. Truth is, Greg, Che's not the only one who's surprised.
I'll admit, I didn't think he'd get to this level this fast, but there's no denying that he's a huge difference maker for this team.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
Well, these guys, without a doubt, are oozing with confidence. I mean, they've been playing well at home. They've played well away from home, so they're going to be tough to contend with moving forward.
And the starting group for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. And for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Gordon out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Che in at small forward.
You know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Outside Westbrook. Good. And it's Che picking up the assist. We were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Here's Capella following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Walker leading the charge. Floats one to DeRozan. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. The drive by Che. That one a little long.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Here's Murray. Nails the baby hook.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Now here's Westbrook. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Here's Tucker. Hits it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Murray with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. At the teardrop, and DeRozan with the layup.
What a nice touch from DeRozan. The savvy veteran makes it look so easy when he scores there.
Che dishes to Capella, and Pirtle sends it back. Murray against Westbrook. Now here's DeRozan. Tight defense on him.
Making an impact with his defense. I know how important that is to Che in every game he plays. He wants to get it done at both ends.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Murray surveying the D. Pirtle kicks to Walker. Pass to Aldridge. Shot clock at 5. Over Westbrook. Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, you look at the mid-range game Aldridge has, it keeps the defense honest. They have to worry about a lot more than just his post game.
And here's Westbrook. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Che outside. Puts one up from 19. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Che.
Che knows to have his head up at all times, scanning the floor. because that way you can deliver to an open teammate on time, on target.
Now here's Aldridge. Had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Here's DeRozan, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
You know, guys, I look at DeMar DeRozan, and I think he's one of the very best at making tough shots. I mean, the defense is draped all over him, and he still finds a way to get it up and down.
Tucker with the ball. Aldridge is covering.
Boy, that'll fuel inject him a little bit with some energy. Che, bringing the fire.
Outside Aldridge. On the wing, DeRozan. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shea's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Walker finds Murray. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. Aldridge trying to break free. Nice shot by Pirtle.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Che. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Detroit.
And his big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
Here's Aldridge. It's rebounded by Houston. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Gordon. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shea passes to Tucker. Here's Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
And that's just carelessness there.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Outside DeRozan. And there's the pass to Purdy. From about 16. Almost, but it rolls out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Edwards is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Che. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Pistons was outstanding. He had 30 points, and his hustle on the defensive end was amazing. He had a number of steals. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Edwards, and Eric Gordon subbed in for Rivers. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The drive by Che. DeRozan with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. Shot by Gordon, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs leading by 8. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Murray. Pocket 6. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here is Aldridge, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Up top to Rosen, guarded by Tucker, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And a chance here now to look at the rookie race. Never too soon to see how some of the fresh faces in the league are holding up. We've got quite a few youngsters looking to put their name in the front of the Rookie of the Year race. You look at Shea. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
And that's no small achievement, Greg. I mean, even early on like this, I think it shows you how well he fits into playing at this level.
The All-Star weekend isn't too far away, and the voting has already opened up. A lot of buzz that Shea could find his way onto that All-Star team.
And there's so many players that deserve to be named an All-Star every year, and the competition can be unforgiving. With that said, though, Shea's performances speak volumes about his impact, and I think he has a strong case to make the team. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And, well, whatever your feelings may be on the Rockets, you can't deny their offense works.
Yeah, it does work, really. I mean, I agree with you. Second in offensive rating last year, fourth in effective field goal percentage. This team knows how to produce points and be efficient in doing so, and they stay with their approach. They don't let teams take them off their game plan.
Now DeRozan. He had 19 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Here's Walker. They lead by 7. Six to shoot. Here's Aldridge. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Aldridge has got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, you've got to push Aldridge out farther. I mean, he's too big and too skilled from this area.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Phoenix. It's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And a wide open look for Shea. Bangs home the trifecta. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
That gives them the lead. Tucker's got 8 points. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Spurs have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
First free throw is good.
You know, players like Aldridge are a little bit of a diminishing breed in the NBA, a master in the low post with all sorts of ways to score in the paint. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Chandler. LaMarcus Aldridge has been on display.
Kevin, thank you. Well, Jay, great start to the season for you, and there's been a lot of talk about you making it to All-Star Weekend. Is that one of your goals?
Ooh, absolutely, it's a goal of mine, man. I want to be an All-Star every season. It's a great honor. And that week-long party at the event is something you never want to miss. You know what? Hopefully I never will.
Yeah, just make sure you get that VIP pass when you come in there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Then there's Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. And here's Gordon, following the 3-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. Back to Westbrook. Kicks it to Che. From deep. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Now, Che, after the missed 3 from Jakob Poeltl. Good on the bucket. That's 7 points for Eric Gordon.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Outside DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Rockets trail by 7. Now here's Westbrook. He has 6. On the wing, Che. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Now here's Murray. Gay outside. Shoots over Capella. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Gordon. 10 points for him. Another miss by Houston.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Murray dishes to Gay. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Houston gets it back. Bucket is good. Tucker's got 10 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Murray finds DeRozan. Over Che. And it's DeRozan missing. Rockets trail by 4. Che up top. Houston moving it around. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Sinks the 3-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Murray. Softly drops in the floater. And the Spurs lead by 3.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Back to Westbrook, outside Gordon. He kicks to Westbrook for the tie, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
This is something DeRozan does all too well. I mean, presses the issue, forces the issue, and then gets the defense to overcommit.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Here's Gay following the score by Houston. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Murray's checked in for Houston. Spurs also with the sub. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Jay, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Jay. It's DeRozan with it.
Oh, wow. Bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. Well, I tell you what, DeRozan really packs a punch now. He's an explosive athlete with really good strength. I mean, he's got great size for a backcourt dominant scorer.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now here's Gay. 14 points for him. Pass to Pirtle. Murray against DeRozan. A little pass fake there, throws the D. Nice move. DeRozan's got 11 in the second half. The kick out to Westbrook. Shea outside. That's down the hatch. Now it's one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Well, I tell you what, Shea plays with a chip. He's got a little edge to his game. I like that about him.
And Forbes has it in the corner. Back to Gay. And Capella sends it back. In the corner, Murray with it. Houston moving it around. A nice shot by Tucker. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Houston.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And not
Tucker and Capella are up front. Russell Westbrook out there with Gordon. And it's Shea in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Traps in the tray. Shea's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And the basket by DeRozan.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Baseline try. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Now here's Murray. Floats one up. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got double-digit rebounds now in the game, and the shot goes in.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Murray outside. Here's Walker. Right side, DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Back to Walker. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Westbrook's got 11 rebounds in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And San Antonio has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Pass to DeRozan. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Down low, here's Westbrook. And that one hits back iron. Spurs trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Outside, Walker. To the inside. Here's Aldridge. They need this. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. That one misses for LaMarcus Aldridge. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that will fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. From deep, Walker. Doesn't go for him. And the Rockets take it the other way.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
Man, fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here is Pirtle. He dishes it to Aldridge. Poked loose. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. They'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
And Kevin, they've been doing exactly what you need to do when you're at home, and that is pile up the wins. It won't be easy to continue that out on the road, but at least they have some momentum.
Here's Murray following the score by Houston. Goes up on the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that's now 30 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
That's going to make a defender think twice about getting in Che's way next time. Posterize.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Walker. Now the pass to Pirtle. Outside DeRozan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
How about that for the old up fake? Aldridge knows exactly how to get a defender off his feet. Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Now here's Che. Houston moving the ball around. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
San Antonio calls timeout. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
Spurs trail by 21. Murray left side. To the left side wing. Walker. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now here's Che. Houston needs to get a shot. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Che. 8 points for Clint Capella.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Murray the pass to DeRozan. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. DeRozan's got 15 points here in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Che.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Pirtle kicks to Walker. The three-pointer no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Che inside, and the shot goes in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Now here's Walker. Inside, here's Aldridge. Outside DeRozan. And a miss there on the triple. Shea, right side. Tucker dishes to Shea. And he gets the bucket.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
So you see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this